Hi, it's been a while, so though I was going to do a video about all about the arts festival, I'm actually going to talk about my new project instead. I did go to the arts festival and it was great, but that was back in May, so there were a lot of good things about it. I went to a lot of comedy events, very funny, and I got a book out of it. I can't really remember it that well because it was back in May. We're having a meeting about it in September, and I'll be able to tell you the future, but when that's happened. But for now, there's only one thing really on my mind, and that's my new project. My new project. I mean, you all know I'm writing a book, but that's kind of happening slowly. But in the meantime, I've decided to do another book, and this one is a lot simpler to do because it's a volume of my poems. So the writing I've already done because I've got quite a lot of poems in a box and various other places. In fact, I'm not sure how many poems, but I've selected some and I've put them together. Now, at the stage it's got to, I've typed up all the poems, selected them, put them in order, and I've passed them on to a friend of mine who's going to look them over and see if the order needs adjusting. Well, whatever he does, it's going to be he's going to look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. So hopefully that will be of benefit. And the other thing that I've done is that I've spoken to a friend of mine, Jack Gingold, who's an illustrator, and I've commissioned him to design the cover. I've spoken to him about it. I told him the idea I had. The poems are all kind of connected. Well, not connected really. They're similar themes: love, joy, hope, peace, that sort of thing. So I've called it. I came up with the idea of the fruit of the spirit inspired me to come up with the idea a many splendid thing as the title. That's what the title was going to be. So I suggested that he design something that was a tree with different fruits on it, and he said that was easy. He could come up with plenty of ideas on that. He sent me some preliminary sketches which are looking good. So Jack's designing the cover. My other friend Neil is looking through the poems and sorting them out. Hopefully both of those have said they can get back to me and finish what they're doing by the end of September. Obviously, they have lives, they're doing other things, but they're working on that, and then I'll need to take it from there. So that's basically what's going on. If you want to see some of Jack's work, you can look up Jack Gingold, look up his website, or just look on Amazon and look up a Kindle book called A Very Silly Zebra, which he did all the illustrations for. But so that's kind of what's on my mind at the moment. I'm trying to work on that because when they get back to me, I'll need to work out the practical arrangements of sorting out the book, and then when I've got it arranged, it will all be sold properly online, and it should even be available on Amazon. But there's a lot of work to do before then. Obviously, they've got their things to do, and they can do it. And then I've got to sort out all the practical arrangements, work out the size of the book, buy an ISBN, which is a little more complicated than you'd think. And then arrange to get it sorted out on Kindle and on paper copy. It will be print on demand, so I won't have to store plenty of books. They'll just be available, and it'll be printed when you order it. So, I mean, if all that gets done, it might be available by the end of the year. More likely early next year, but it seems like a huge deal, a huge thing, and I'm really not sure how it's going to work out. But once I've done it, then it's out there, and it's not going anywhere, and people can continue to buy it whenever and wherever. So that's my new project. Please pray for me. Please pray for Neil and Jack that they get on and do what they're intending to do and do it well. I have no doubt that they will do it well. I know what they're capable of, and then that I get sorted with what I need to get sorted. So that's my new project, and I will be back with a new video, hopefully not too distant future, and that one combines the two topics I talked about. It's the book I'm going to be doing a book review. So book, and it's the book that I got from when I was at the Christian Arts Festival. It's a novel written by a comedian Andy Kind, and the book is called The Unfortunate Adventures of Tom Hiddleswaite. And so that's what you have to look forward to. But in the meantime, pray for me. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.